I was excited to be here today because I've been working a lot in the last 15 years about bringing more women and more people of global maturity into technology. Being both, it was important to me that as I was coming up in tech, I found myself more and more the only in a room. And that wasn't how I came up in tech at all. And it was curious to me why that was happening. So I've been attracted to events and opportunities to talk to people about how do you find the pools? Because I don't believe it's a pipeline problem, I really don't. It's a awareness and engagement problem. And so anything I can do to raise awareness, to encourage people to do things that we know work, to bring some of this fantastic talent into their companies, I'm happy to do it.
So I came today because I guess I'm from an area that suffers from socioeconomic problems and very interested in social mobility and tried to attend discussions regularly to discuss those problems and how we might overcome them.
Yeah, I think it's about education and awareness. I think we're, discussing a really hot topic at the moment about how challenging the market is as well with what's going on. And, hearing great collaborations from, some fantastic speakers and hearing how other businesses are approaching that talent. Just coming here with an open mind has really been really insightful for me to take stuff away and really reflect on and digest.
Conversations like today are important because it brings new ideas to the front of the mind. I don't think people in the industry need convincing that diversity is important or they want more of it. But it's very hard for people in the industry broadly to get to the goal they want. Sort of everyone knows they want more diversity in their teams, but no one knows how to do it, say, as a broad brush thing. So I think it's important to share ideas.
I wish my peers, I love what Ash said, I wish my peers stopped screening people out and had more of an attitude of screening people in and looking for potential and looking for the things that actually matter. The critical thinking, the curiosity, the problem solving, the tenacity, the resilience. And anybody who's working in tech, we know we need more of this, and yet we keep biasing towards math science, right? And so if we would broaden what we're looking for and actually raise our standards around the people we hire, I think we would get I know we will get a much better result. And I've seen that happen in real life. So I wish my colleagues would stop trying to screen out and instead screen in.
That's a really tricky one because there's so many different things that we can do. We talked today about gatekeeping and looking specifically at making the point of entry more open and more inclusive. So I think in terms of recruitment, we're definitely onto something here and making the talent pool more diverse. So I would go with diversity in the talent pool as a key initiative, as a key driver.
Something that was raised today with our interview practices. I think what I've seen particularly recently is we have these kind of standard list of questions in an interview or like a standard tech test. People bringing diverse skills with these standard formats don't necessarily get to show themselves off well. So for me, I cross a kind of variety, I wear a few hats within my role where I do the actual technical side, but I also kind of help with product a bit. And I also have this managerial hat. But sometimes in those standard interviews, I don't necessarily get to display all of these talents. And I think with people coming into the industry from somewhere else, these standard sets don't necessarily allow them to demonstrate the transferable skills that they're bringing to the role.
Especially for me, considering on the program that I'm working on is all to do with internal mobility and trying to upskill and resource people in our company. I'll certainly be taking on all of the different things that the panelists said to do with maybe introducing banding, talking about the grading, and really trying to focus in on maybe getting more of the children in from schools and such, and going and visiting them and trying to inspire them into the tech roles for the positions.
I was really excited to hear about what was going on in Farfetched around the, what I would say, the level before senior leadership and the sponsorship and the mentoring and the structured way they're going about doing that. And if I'm really looking critically about what's going on in tech in general, that's usually where we lose people. So I'm keen to see what we can do to compare the market for the women that we have at that senior level, but not quite in the leadership level, and what we can be doing to sponsor them and help them hopefully move into leadership.